Hello, so this is the continuation of the DreamMaster training video. We will be looking at divan beds now, different types of divan beds and compatibility. This is a very standard divan bed with a firm top surface. As I said in the introduction, any mattress elevator is going to need a firm top surface on the bed to bring up the backrest. Different types of divan beds include sprung box divans, where some of the base of the bed has got either foam or it's got springs on it, which is designed to make the bed more comfortable. I would generally suggest that if a bed has up to 2 inches, 5 centimetres of foam or springing, you can still get a secure fitting on the bed. But if a bed has a lot of sprung section, I have seen beds that is just the bottom base that's firm and all of this is soft, then it doesn't really matter what you do, the mattress elevator is never really going to fit securely onto the bed base and the client won't feel comfortable in bed. Another aspect is that with a divan bed, quite often they have drawers in the bottom or in the bottom of the bed, and if that's the case, the straps to secure the elevator are going to prevent access to the drawers. If your client has drawers, you might ask them to remove the contents from the drawers before the elevator is fitted. And another final point, a lot of people still like to have a valance over their divan base. Once the elevator is fitted, they aren't going to be able to change the valance on the bed, so they may wish to put a new one on before it's fitted. Okay. In terms of what comes in the box, you obviously have the mattress elevator. The transformer comes secured to the elevator by 2 cable ties, so they need to be removed. You have a pair of strap brackets, 2 identical cream straps, 2 identical brown straps, a hand control and a set of instructions. I'm using the older transformer. As I mentioned in the introduction, a newer transformer will come out shortly. I'm going to plug this in first. The transformer has a strain relief strap on it just to stop the cables being pulled out. So the first thing I tend to do is just to plug it in, taking the cable between the halves of the elevator. The elevator has a yellow plug which is going to go into the yellow socket, and the hand control has a white plug which will go into the white socket. On this version of transformer, the cable strain relief strap just fits in like that. There's a lock switch on the front of the hand control. Make sure that's unlocked, and just pushing the up button, the elevator should rise and then back down again. It's important to put that out the way so that all the cables avoid a trip hazard. And I'm just going to put the hand control on the floor for the time being. Now, I appreciate I'm in an environment at the moment where I've got a lot of space, and that in clients' properties you quite often have bedside cabinets or you have pendant light fittings, which must be avoided when you're fitting things. I also have a very lightweight mattress here. The elevator can be fitted to beds up to 5 foot wide, and some 5 foot mattresses are very heavy, so just be careful when you're moving that inside a client's property. In terms of placement on the bed, the elevator should be about 5 centimetres from the top of the bed. And the reason for that, if someone has a thick headboard, you want to make sure that the backrest part is going to miss that headboard. Similarly, the motor is the central part of the elevator widthways, and this will always be in the middle of the bed. If you have a double bed, this goes in the middle and the full width of the mattress will be raised. The upper section of the elevator has width adjustable bars on the side here, which we call trombones. If I raise that, you can see there's a pin here, which if I either lift it out of the way by pulling it backwards, I can adjust it. But if I pull it backwards, turn it through 90 degrees and let go, it will stay unlocked and I can adjust the width of the trombone. So if I position it approximately in the right place and I extend the trombone, the strap brackets come out of the box like this with the tape coming up between the slot. I'm going to use the first prong, and from the inside I'm going to fit the strap bracket and then just retract it so it's just inside the edge of the bed, and then lock the trombone in position. Sometimes the pin goes between 2 holes, so just make sure it's nicely locked. Because I've got space here, I'm going to move the bed out so you can see me fitting at the other side. I appreciate in a client's property it might be more difficult. So the same thing as before, I'm going to unlock the trombone, extend it, put the strap bracket on the first prong, and just to remove it just inside the edge of the bed, and lock it in place. If you want to be sure you've got the elevator in roughly the middle, there are laser etched numbers on here. On this side I've got 6, on this side I've got 6 as well. So I know I'm in the middle of the bed. Okay. For the time being, I'm just going to work with one of the brown straps, and I'm going to put the other straps out of the way. And the instructions. So on the side of the strap bracket, I have a strap with 2 buckles on it. One of them will slide, will eventually be in this position to take the strap across the top of the mattress. The other buckle has the return lock on it, and that will take the strap that goes underneath the bed. Because the elevator goes up to 5 foot wide beds, the strap for a single bed will be a little bit too long. So I might just take a little bit of strap out of either end first, just so I can work with a shorter strap. A very simple thing is, when I'm connecting the straps together with a buckle, I like to have the spare piece on the same side, so that when the strap pulls, it stays flat and it stays locked. Sometimes if you turn the buckle around the other way, when it pulls diagonally, and that can be when straps can release. So if I pop it around the other way, I'm going to end up with the buckle down here, and I'm going to have my strap down here. My easy way to get straps under beds is to very simply just use a tape measure with an elastic band through the end of it. And to start with, I'll extend the tape measure under the bed till it comes out the other side. If I put the loose buckle through the elastic band, and then retract the tape measure, the strap will come underneath the bed. I'm just going to push that so you can see what I'm doing on this side. So my strap is underneath the bed here. I need to shorten the buckle down and replicate what I did on the other side. So the sliding buckle is going to remain on the top surface of the bed. The other buckle I want to have down the side of the bed. When I clip them together and tighten it up, again I want to make sure that the buckle stays flat. If I moved the buckle so it ended up at an angle underneath the bed, then again that could be when it's going to loosen off. I haven't quite done it far enough. But if the buckle ended up at this angle, that's when the strap can loosen off by itself. So I prefer to have the buckle about there. It's out of the way of the client as they get in and out of the bed. And all these loose ends I tend to tidy up at the end, but ideally you don't want any trip hazards for the client. I'll sort that out later. So far we've got the one brown strap securing the elevator to the base of the bed. And at this point, the tail straps I'm just going to have out the sides of the bed, and I'm going to put the mattress back on. As I mentioned before, I fully appreciate this is a lightweight mattress. It's very easy for me to lift and to position in place. Once I'm at that stage, the other brown strap will go across the middle of the bed. It will stop the mattress moving sideways, and it will also make the mattress bend in the middle. If I do the other side first and then move around. So the buckle that we left loose before, I'm simply going to clip that together. I want to keep the strap as flat as possible over the top of the mattress. And also I want to keep the strap right next to the mattress. So if someone has a mattress protector or an incontinence sheet, I want to go under all of those so they don't feel the strap, and it goes right next to the mattress. Like that. Take the strap out the other side, connect the two together, and then take all of the slack out of the strap. Depending on the type of mattress you have, will depend how much tension you want in that strap. This is a soft mattress, and if I really put a lot of tension in that bed, in that strap, it's going to deform the mattress, and the client might feel like they're going to fall out of bed in the night. So all I want to do is put enough tension in so that the mattress stays in its natural shape, and then just make sure that the mattress is going to bend in the right place when it's elevated. Obviously, the thicker the mattress, you might need a little bit more tension. Okay? As I said before, the straps I tend to tuck out the way. As this is a training video and I'm going to be moving the bed around, of course, as I move the bed around, the straps are going to come back out again. But at the end of the fitting, I'll make sure they're all tucked out of the way. So far, I've got the mattress fitted. I've got one brown strap under the bed to hold the elevator in place, and I've got one brown strap across the middle of the mattress to make the mattress bend in the correct place. If I operated the elevator now, two things are going to want to happen. Partly, the elevator, as it rises, is going to try and want to go out the top end of the bed, but also the mattress is going to try and slide off the end of the bed. So the two cream straps must be fitted, and they stop those two things happening. I will take the sheet off of the end of the bed. This bed also has a mattress protector, so I'll take that off as well. And I'll take the two identical cream straps. Again, I'll start with the far side so you can see what I'm doing. As I mentioned before, because the elevator goes up to 5 foot, with a single bed, I've got a lot of strap, and I'm just going to take out some of that strap. I tend to take the male buckle, I find the tail strap and put it through the loop. And I take that one up and over the end of the bed, and the female strap I tend to take under the bed there. And I will do the same thing on the other side. And I'll angle the bed just so you can see what I'm doing. I'll take a little bit of strap out. I'll take the male buckle. You could use either buckle, it's just force of habit, I always use the same one. I want to put one across the top and one underneath. Whichever buckle you take, you must end up with the same buckles over the top or underneath. Now, it stands to reason that if I connected a strap up to itself and I then tightened it up, all that's going to happen is the strap is going to fall off of the side of the bed. So what I want to achieve is I get the buckle from the opposite strap and I connect it together, and again diagonally the buckle from the opposite strap and I connect them together, and then I tighten those down. You will always need a decent amount of tension in those straps to stop the elevator moving up the bed and to stop the mattress moving down. I like to just tidy it up a little bit as well afterwards. There we go. The extra strap I tend to just put around my hand, and I put it between the bed base and the mattress with both straps. And then by the time the mattress protector and the sheet is replaced, you should have quite a neat fitting. I mentioned these straps again, but I would just lose those. You could tie a knot in it, or you could just wind them around your hand just to keep them out of the way and to avoid the trip hazard. Now, if I elevate the backrest, it's quite a gentle elevation process, but you should see that the mattress won't move down the bed and the elevator also won't move up the bed. I'll leave it there for the time being. The only other thing I'll mention is some divan beds do have a footboard on them. In my experience, a footboard isn't sufficient to stop the mattress being pushed down the bed, and usually you can still get the straps between the footboard and the bed itself. So out of preference, I would always use a figure of 8 strapping system on a divan bed.